UvaldeRadio.net. It is Robert Miguel here with you on your concert station, doing a big old block of Jon Wolfe, getting ready for the big show tomorrow night, House Pasture in Concan. And of course, man, it wouldn't be an official Jon Wolfe concert warm-up without Jon Wolfe on the phone right now. What's up?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm excited to have you back in Uvalde County very soon, man.
Man, I'm ready. I'm excited to play live music, man. It's you know, we've toughed it out for the past year, and so I'm pumped up to be on stage and pumped up to have fans out there, and it's getting back to the good old days.
Yeah, so I know that COVID hit us all really hard, but I remember talking to you last year, and COVID hit the Jon Wolfe camp particularly hard as you lost a member, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Conrad Soriano, which Conrad loved doing shows at Concan as well. And, but, you know, Conrad, some other medical things going on, and he got sick that past June last year, and he didn't make it. So we're thinking about Conrad a lot, and it definitely it hits home, and we puts a lot of stuff into perspective. So our hearts and thoughts and prayers go out to folks out there that have suffered the same type of things.
But man, a lot has changed, and you know, happily we can say that between vaccines and distancing, and you know, I think we've certainly come over the hump. You know, Texas is open, and you guys are back, you know, kicking it. So, how many shows have you got back? I mean, are you back in full swing yet, or are we just kind of getting ramped up?
Yeah, I would say, you know, by July and August that we'll be there. You know, it's and every county has a little different. They're at a little different place with it. Mm-hmm. So it is. It's not consistent among all markets, but you know, we're getting there. There's still some shows that are doing seated shows, and we're still not able to go out of state like we're used to. So you know, some of our California fans out there are going to have to wait a little longer. And Utah and a few of these others that we typically will go out and tour. But Texas is getting pretty close, and like I said, we're just glad to be on stage and playing live music, man. It's really, really a blessing.
Now, I know a lot of you Texas country artists, you know, regional artists, you know, are so grateful and thankful that, you know, we have this awesome Texas country scene. But I feel like times like this, it's particularly valuable because, first of all, Texas is like its own country, literally, you know, so for the state being a little bit more open than others, you guys definitely have more options. So I think it would be safe to say that Texas country artists are kind of getting back on the horse a little quicker, right, than other maybe national artists?
Yeah, I would say that for sure. You know, we're seeing that kind of across the board. You know, there's depends on the size of the touring act and size of the venue and what state it's in. So we're really thankful. You know, I love Texas. I was born and raised in Oklahoma, as you guys all know, and I got here as fast as I could. I've been in Texas for many years. You know, I just there's a lot of things I love about Texas, but especially the ability to get out and play a lot of venues. You know, some states just don't have a music scene.
Yeah.
You know, and so we're really thankful for that. I think this is shaping up to be a great summer. I think a lot of people are really going to be thankful to be able to get out and spend time with their friends and family and catch a live music show.
Absolutely. And of course, the show is tomorrow, Saturday night at House Pasture Cattle Company in Concan. Jon, you've been coming out here for years doing the shows at House Pasture. We've got lots of rain lately, so the rivers are looking good. And, well, what's your plan? How much time are you going to be able to spend out here in Uvalde County?
Well, we always hit the river, so we usually get in around noon and get set up, and then we love the downtime out there. So we're really thankful to be back out to House Pasture, and they're carrying Juan Lobo Tequila now. I didn't know if you guys do that. In case we got some tequila drinkers out there, they're going to have some Juan Lobo Tequila out there on tomorrow night, and we'll definitely find our way down to the river. That's a Texas tradition, so I feel like that's always something we enjoy doing.
I am excited to have some tequila out there, drink a few cold beers, and just enjoy the Jon Wolfe live music experience. Do you still got the same guys in the band? What's your touring outfit look like this summer?
Yeah, same guys, and we're rolling in the old Juan Lobo Tequila bus. So people will see us come into town, and we're playing all the stuff for our past 5 albums, and we have a great time on stage together. We do have a new record coming. I'm not talking about it too much, but a really big album will show up sometime this year. A lot of songs, and so we're gearing up to take care of our fans out there and give them some more tunes.
Now, obviously, you've had some free time. We've talked about this in the past, not doing as many shows throughout the last year and a half. But you did manage to get that Live at Green Hall album out, which we did last time we talked. We really didn't talk about it yet because I didn't own it at the time. But man, the live album, dude, awesome stuff. Since we never really got a chance to talk about it, let's talk about that because technically that's your newest release, right?
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. And it's my goal with Live at Green Hall is, we as an artist, I've kind of been one of those guys. I've been around for a little while and kind of flown under the radar a little bit. But man, we have an amazing fan base. I love our fans. They know every word to every song.
Yeah. And
that was our goal when we play Green Hall. It's pretty much like a big sing-along. And that was my goal with that album, is to show people, hey, this is what's happening at Jon Wolfe shows, and hopefully it when they listen to it makes them want to go, hey, I want to go check out this show. So we were just really thankful to be able to get that record out at the beginning of 2020 before things got crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had a lot of folks that really are digging that live record.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't feel that. I mean, being a music guy and being a career radio guy, I feel like that live albums don't get the love they used to. And first of all, kudos for putting out a live record, because your fans, love that kind of thing. And again, it really does showcase what that live experience is like. I've said this before here on the air, but like one of my favorite live records is Krager's live album. I think that that record just really shows what that live experience is like. Again, like what you're talking about, everybody knowing the words, or sometimes you hear the crowd louder than the band. And that Live at Green Hall that you released, man, it does. I feel like I'm sitting there inside a House Pasture, you know what I mean, at a live show.
Yeah.
And coming from a fan who heard your music for a few years before I got a chance to see you live, and then watching Jon Wolfe Band live, going, oh wow, this, the crowd brings the music to a whole other level, and the live record really captures that. So again, if you've been kind of chomping on the, for some Jon Wolfe, and you've had the EP for a while and you're waiting for the new record, got to get the live record, man, because it's really good stuff.
Absolutely. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you.
Well, let's talk about Juan Lobo. You mentioned Tequila's going to be on sale tomorrow at House Pasture. You've got the various, variations of the tequila. Give us a quick plug on Juan Lobo, man, for those who are hearing about it for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of folks out there that, if you love tequila, you're going to love Juan Lobo tequila. Tequila historically has had a little bit of a bad reputation. You might have had a bad experience with it, in college, or drinking that old tequila from back in the day. That's not this stuff. This is 100% blue agave tequila. There's no added sugars. We import it from the highlands of Jalisco. It's a traditional Mexican tequila. It's great stuff. It's smooth. I'm going to say that. Tequila's not typically smooth, but I mean, it's still tequila. I tell everybody, be careful. It's not milk. You don't want to drink it like a glass of milk.
But it'll still do your body good.
But it's great tequila. It's again, no added sugars. We're having a lot of fun with it. It's starting to grow. More and more people are getting turned on to Juan Lobo tequila. We have a Blanco and a Reposado and Añejo, and I think they've got all three of them there tomorrow night. But you can check it out at JuanLoboTequila.com if you want to learn more. And there's also a store finder on there. If you drink it tomorrow night and say, hey, I want to buy some Juan Lobo, you just go to the store finder and tell you where you can get it.
I know available locally here in Uvalde County at Bottle and Bag Liquor and Guns, and over at Casal's Package Store. So Juan Lobo Tequila, it's good. You definitely got my endorsement on there. Now, speaking of Juan Lobo, let's talk about Juan Lobo Fest. I know you had to take the year off last year, but you are gearing up for this year, this summer, right?
Yeah, and We know this one this year is still going to have a little bit of the scaled down ticketing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of seated options for fans that are still, everybody's at a different place with the pandemic.
Absolutely,
May feel comfortable going into crowds. Other people not so much. And both of our venues, Concrete Street Amphitheater in Corpus Christi and Flores Country Store in Helotes, both of them are giving the ticket buyer a couple options. So you can buy a GA ticket or you can buy a seated table. Either one. We've got Tristan Meres coming with us and Jake Worthington. So if you like country music, you're going to get a lot of it. And if you kind of like country music and you really like tequila, there's going to be plenty of tequila too. And if you kind of like tequila but really like country music, we've got you covered. So we're excited for it. We're going to do a bunch of giveaways July 23rd and 24th, I believe, Friday and Saturday. And again, both Jake Worthington and Tristan Meres are really coming up, strong as traditional country singers, and I'm excited to have them on the bill, and we're going to have a lot of fun.
Well, man, it's exciting to see that, the Jon Wolfe that we know and love, that the things that we usually count on you are coming back. So it's really cool. And you can hear the excitement in your voice. Tell me, I know you're a bit of an entrepreneur. What else you got going on? Any other new prospects, projects that we should know about?
Not yet, man. I got my family's always saying, "Hey, Jon, what other businesses are you going to get into?" And, I picked a pretty tough one with the tequila business. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to stay focused on country music and tequila for the next handful of years, and try to make sure that Juan Lobo is one of the bigger brands out there. That's my goal. And they talk about restarting companies after the pandemic. There's a lot of difficulty there, and we're just now bringing in a new production from Mexico. Mm-hmm. And so we're trying to make sure we don't run out of tequila down here. So we got our hands full with that, and we're just excited to get this new record out later this year. You guys will see more about that, and I'll let you know when I decided to dive into the next business.
The next big thing, your big fashion line, or jewelry, the Juan Lobo hat line. There's so many. There's so many things. How about any endorsements? Any new endorsements come your way recently?
No, we're sticking with the same thing. Sticking with keeping it in the family. Sticking with Juan Lobo, and we're building expanding our team quite a bit. I've got a new management deal that we're excited about, and this new album is going to really blow people away. So we've been working on that for the past year. So it's really been a lot of work. And Amber and I, everybody that knows me knows my wife. We're
sure.
working on we're building a house out in the country. So that's another little project that takes a lot of time, but we're keeping it country music and tequila for a little while.
Well, Jon, I'm really excited to know that you got a new record coming out soon. Really kind of excited to find out, what that's going to be like, especially being that it's born in the midst of a pandemic. I'm just kind of wondering if that's going to affect, some of the lyrical content, or, are you writing some of this, or is it Nashville writers, co-writers? Where are you getting the material from?
Yeah, there's a lot of writing on it, and I wrote more on this album than I've written in since my first record. Mm-hmm. And it's a really special record. There's a lot to it, and that's all I'm going to leak today.
Okay, very good.
It's a really special album. You guys are going to love it. I'm just chomping at the bit to get it out, and I think it's going to come out in September. That's what we're looking for.
That is exciting stuff, man. Well, again, we've had Jon Wolfe here on the phone. The big show is tomorrow, Saturday night, House Pasture Cattle Company in Concan. Might still be a few tickets left. Go to housepasture.com and buy those tickets up. Remember to find more about Jon Wolfe at his website, which is jonwolfecountry.com, and that's Jon without an H. And, man, Jon, thank you so much for taking a couple of minutes, catch us up with what's going on. Send our love to Amber, and send since we mentioned that live record, Live at Green Hall, give me a track. I haven't done anything off it yet. Give me one of your favorite live tracks off that record, and we'll play that next during our concert warm-up.
Yeah, man. Well, there's a lot of good ones. I'm going to give you a couple options.
Okay.
We do cover an old George Strait song on Live at Green Hall, so that's a fun one to play.
Say no more. Don't even mention the other ones. Let's just do that one right now because that's a great song, all right?
Perfect. Go for it.
Well, right on. Here we go. Jon and the band doing some King George. This is UValityRadio.net on your concert station. Jon, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, brother.